Hi everyone, welcome back to Dwarf Fortress. I am SirTristan. As always, we're going to kick off a brand new fort, and with a little bit of your help, perhaps, we're going to make it really, really cool. I've already picked out my spot here. As you can see, use my mouse cursor here. We are down in the continent at the bottom. First off, this is on the Momentous Mythical Universe is the name of our world. And we are on the continent of prices. We got a little area right there along the road, and you can see here's the 4x4 area. And I have a really good site. I have clay, deep soil, shallow metal, deep metal, and fluxstone, as well as plenty of woodland trees for wood, some shrubland, and I have dwarves, humans, elves, and goblins to contend with, which is great. Here's my elevation, not too high, not too low. So overall, we are looking really good. And if you couldn't tell by the title, we're going to be doing a bit of a challenge. I realized that if I didn't come up with some kind of challenge for myself, that I would very quickly fall into old habits. And that's something I don't want to do with this series, as I want to make sure that I am learning and challenging myself as we go. So I've already picked my spot. I'm going to go ahead and embark here. And instead of preparing for the journey carefully, I think I will end up using the DF VidTuts 2015, which Captain Duck has created a few years ago. It still works just fine today. We're going to go ahead and click that. And let's click through the list of dwarves. Here are my dwarves. We have 7. And I will look at them in Dwarf Therapist here in just a minute. Let's go to problems. There's no gypsum. I think that's okay. No gypsum, I think, will mean I won't be able to make casts right away, which should be alright. I'm not too worried about that. We want to pick our fort name. I like to randomize a bit until we get something cool. Earth cleared. No. Ages mansions. No. Bend bolts. Trade lodges. Released lashes. Router paged. The confined tower. What do you know? This is perfect. Wait, let's add the... Wait, no, I want to add that to the beginning. Okay, should be able to do search, right? The clear. Or no, confined. Confined. Oh, okay. Well, we'll go with confined tower. I think that's fine. I was trying to do the confined tower, but I think confined tower is fine. Let's pick a group name. I'm not too concerned about this one. We are the Thin Citadel, and we are going to embark on the confined tower. Let's take a look at our items real quick. This is very standard setup, really. We have 2 copper picks, an anvil, a crossbow, and some bolts, a bunch of seeds, some silk, and remember, we want to bring these separated so that with each like group of silk and each group of yarn and cloth, we get the bags that go along with it. Same thing with the sand. We're taking 1 of each sand because that's free bags. 1 of each milk, and down we go, and some meat. And each one of these will come with its own barrel. And then on the right, over here, we have 5 dogs, which we can turn into food, maybe. We have 1 hunting dog, 1 cat of each gender, 1 ram and 1 ewe, which we can breed together, some hens, some ducks, and I think that is it. We look pretty good. We're going to go ahead and embark. Oh, we have 15 points remaining. So maybe we want to pick something else. Let's go to new. Might as well pick some new meat. This will get us new barrels. And, of course, dwarves like to eat stuff like this. There we go. We have 1 point left. We're going to embark like this. I am ready. I am ready. There we go. I think it was just taking a moment to get kicked off. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Tabar Shir. Alright, so we're going to strike the earth. As soon as it loads. There we go. Now this series is going to be a bit less of a tutorial series than before. I'm going to go ahead and pause it here. But I will be talking about stuff as I go through it. Let's maybe zoom in a little so we can see everybody a little better. Very cool. So before we look around the map, let me go ahead and switch over. Let's go ahead and connect to Dwarf Fortress. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to use this nifty little feature of OBS that I just figured out how to use. And we're going to switch over to Dwarf Therapist. Slide this over to the right some. So here we go. We have Atir Zigmatar. He is perhaps our nothing. Okay, he's our mason and our stone crafter. I'm not used to this interface. It's a little bit different than I've seen before. All the main things are here. It's just showing up a little bit differently. So we have Dalcost, our hunter. Cole is our nothing. Perhaps this is our... Oh, planter. Really? Even though you have no planting skills, huh? Oh, okay, wait. I was incorrect. You do have farming. That's the actual skill list. Okay, understood. And when they have Kubek, our doctor. Stukos, our woodcutter. And then we have 1 miner and 1 carpenter and woodcrafter. I thought we had 2 miners. No, okay, we do have 2 miners, but 1 is just set. I'm used to looking at this, and so maybe maybe off screen I'll tweak this to where it looks a little bit more like we're used to. But that's good for now. Let's switch back over to the game if we can. Switch over, please. There we go. I had to click instead. All right, now we're going to look around our space a little bit. So here are our dwarves. They are on the mountainside. We're going to zoom out for now so we can kind of get our whole playable space. Here's our whole playable space. It's this square here. We're going to go down a few floors. And you can kind of see this is the road that was passing through the kingdom. And we just happened to embark right up against it. And then we have some trees going up the side of a hill, and that's where we are there. There's also, by the way, a stream, so hopefully we'll get some fish. We're not, maybe not get too many here. Then we go up and up and up to the top of the trees and of the mountainside. So as I was saying, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. It's not really a challenge run because there's no set start and stop, but it'll be a challenge game. That's zoomed in too far. My goal for this is to build a tower. Similar to maybe what you see at a goblin embark site, or if you were to play as goblins, they would build in a tower. My goal is to build the vast majority of the dwarves' homes and shops and hangout areas in a tower. Now there will be some underground things happening. Probably food needs to be grown underground, and mining obviously needs to happen underground, but everything else I want to do above ground. And I've never done that before. I've always wanted to do that. And so that's what we're going to do. So first things first, we're going to need a lot of materials. A lot of wood to start. And a lot of stone. I'm just kind of getting a lay of the area here. I think I want to make the actual tower here next to the road. Somewhere like this. Or maybe here, in between the water, the little ponds here. Then we can have a drawbridge on this side, and maybe this side. A few opening slots on the second floor. We're gonna have to clear away a lot of trees, though, so let's get started there. That text is kind of small, isn't it? So what I'll do for the next episode is I will increase the size of all that text so that you can see it better. But we're gonna go down. I didn't mean B, I meant D for designations. And we're gonna chop down trees. We're gonna chop down all the trees, I think, kind of running in between these sections of water, these little ponds, kind of like this. There we go. Maybe kind of hard to see. I'm gonna get a good zoom size. That's pretty good there, I think. Oh, good, and the text is bigger now as well. Maybe too big? I don't know. So we're gonna start with that. It's been a while since I've played Dwarf Fortress, so you're gonna have to excuse me a little bit. The first few episodes are gonna take a little bit of time for me to kind of get reoriented with everything. Where are my dwarves? There they are. Now I think it's safe to go ahead and start digging down into where I think my tower is going to be. So if this is where it's going to be, I want to dig down about right here, I think. So we're going to add a downstair right here. And we'll do the pretty standard thing, I think. We'll do a 9x9 or 3x3 downstair. And I might want to actually set someone else up to chop. Let's jump over here. Actually, do I only have one? I might only have one pickaxe. I mean, one axe to chop down trees with, and I do, so that's not going to help us at all. So let's go ahead and dig down. We're going to have to dig down a ways. We'll do an up-down stair here. And we'll go down a few floors. Maybe until we hit rock. It's too much. We want an up-down stair, yes. Okay, that should perhaps be enough to hit rock bottom. The first few floors of the tower will probably be built out of wood, unless we are able to find an economy stone very quickly down here. I don't expect that we will. Hunters canceling no ammo. I tell you what, I don't really want my hunter to be killing things right now. So let's set this up a little bit differently. Where's our hunter? Here's our hunter. Dacost, why don't you... What can we be doing right now? Let's turn off hunting. I don't really want to be hunting right now. Really, everything is covered pretty well right now. We could have her fish for a while. Most everything else I'm not really going to need right now. And so just for now, she's not a great fisher dwarf. But I think that's okay. For now, she can fish. Is stubborn. Tends to be a little wasteful when working. Is incredibly brave in the face of looming danger. Okay. Dreams of mastering a skill. Well, hopefully we can do that for you. But I think we'll do that for now instead. Jump back over to Dwarf Fortress, if I could, please. The scene transition doesn't always work, it seems. There we go. I'm trying this new setup with Dwarf Fortress, Dwarf Therapist, and OBS Studio, so it's not perfect, it still needs some work. Let's look at the list of hostels here. There's some wild boar and a jaguar. Oh boy. Where's the jaguar? That looks kind of dangerous. A large, muscular, spotted feline found in tropical jungles. It is solitary and stalks and ambushes its prey. Well, where is she? She seems like she's higher up than we are. Or is she lower? She is higher up than we are. So I'm hoping she leaves us alone. Oh no. Okay, it's just the hunter. So that's fine. The hunter has stopped fighting because I took the skills away from her. And let's set up a fishing spot. We'll hit I. We'll add a fishing zone over here. Let's do this area here. There we go. And we're going to do a water source and a fishing zone. Great. Go ahead and unpause it. It's going to take a while to chop down all these trees, but as soon as we do, I'm going to need... And I'm going to have to dedicate several people just to building the tower, I think. Okay, what kind of stone did we get here? I don't have mouse controls turned on. We have claystone. I'm not super familiar with claystone. I might have to jump over and look it up. But let's keep digging down. Actually, I think I can look it up this way, can't I? Not that way. This way. Stone. Let's look for claystone. I just want to make sure it's not on the restricted list. Sorry, other stone. Is it other stone? Again, it's going to take a little bit of time for me to get used to this again. No, it's not. Because it's alphabetical. Yeah, so I don't want to use claystone because I don't think it's, I think it has other uses. And I'll have to look that up later on. But let's go ahead and dig out some more, I think. We go down a little bit further with an up-down stair. Oh, wait. See, like I said, it's going to take a little while to get used to it. I can actually go down this way. And that should pick up multiple levels. Yes, it did. Good. And we're just building that. And again, the vast majority of buildings and things will be above ground in this tower. But I need to be able to get some economic stone that I can use to just build the tower with. Oh boy. Okay, so I don't think I want to go any lower. Did we already unlock it? I don't think we did. I think we're clear still. It doesn't look like it actually connected yet. So let's cancel this dig order here. We don't want to go any lower. Okay, good. We haven't. We haven't breached it yet. And I don't think we'll breach it here. So we should be okay to build this out. Rock crystal. I don't actually know what that is. More claystone. Diorite. Oh, that's kind of what I was looking for. How far down are we? Just 18 floors down. Wow, those caverns came quick. Well, maybe I can use claystone. So what we'll do is I'll come down here and we'll dig some of this stuff out. We'll just dig a nice little section out this way. Just making it symmetrical because I am a stickler for symmetry. We'll see what we get. I'm not too worried right now about rushing to get food and everything set up. That does need to happen. And again, that will probably be underground, and maybe that's something we could be digging out right now. Gray Chalcedony. Chalcedony. I'm not great with pronouncing things that I've never heard of. Looks like we have a good amount, though, here. Is this the claystone? Maybe I should tab out right now and look. Nah, I will look after. We should have enough wood that where we can start. Is our guy fishing? I bet he is. Takost, the hunter slash fisher, is fishing. We have 3 idlers. We can put them to work right now. We're going to build a wall. No, not a wall. Great. A wall. And we're going to place it. Where do we want our tower to be? Again, I'm a stickler for symmetry. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go 10 down. We're going to extend it out as far as we can. Place it right there. We have a ton of logs we can use. But I do have enough claystone. So maybe I will save the logs and use claystone for the wall. We're going to go ahead and build another wall. We're going to go 10 out this way. As soon as we line it up. Oh, it actually doesn't line up perfectly, does it? That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll do claystone again. We've got the beginnings of our Dwarven Tower. I'm hoping by doing this, one, it will encourage me to keep playing and challenge myself with this tower. Yeah, there you go. They're starting to drag it down to build the wall. Perfect. And it will also, one, make it so that dwarves don't get so used to being underground. And hopefully it will give me a good defensive position. I can close the gates, have dozens of archers up on the 2nd floor for when it's time to fight off some invasions. Let's go back down. We're going to look at the... Yeah, they're digging it out. That's good. What is all this stuff? I need to turn mouse controls on. We'll do that in the future. Pink jades and gray chow things. Rock crystals. I'm not too sure what those are for, but... Ooh, bituminous coal. We definitely want to dig that out. That's super useful. More to dig. I want to go ahead and get at least the foundations for the wall done before this episode is over. We'll build more walls. Stretch it out as far as we can this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're eventually going to have to demolish part of this, I think, to get the drawbridges. Again, the drawbridges will have to be in the middle. I must have symmetry. Maybe I'll do a drawbridge on all 4 sides. As you can see, the actual tower is not going to be that large, but we're going to make it very high. That's the goal, is to make it very high. Let's see, what is this? Is this clay? Loam. Loamy sand. Silt clay. Clay loam. So we can build our... we can build our farms here, I think, on this floor. And dig out large parts of this to be... our mining section. got a lot carved out here. We are striking all kinds of minerals as well. That's awesome. More coal, which is good for furnaces in the future. Now, I'm just kind of leaving everything up here for now. Once we get our first floor or two, I might dismantle it. I don't know if I want to do... Oops, too far. I don't know if I want to do all my storage in the tower, or if I should do that underground. I feel like storage is okay underground. Anything that dwarves basically don't have to be a part of. Storing items, farming, I feel like those things are okay to do underground. And I need to figure out a place to put all of my hens and guys out to pasture as well, but I might do that in the next episode. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here with a quick pause. But thank you guys so much for joining me for this episode. This is going to be, I think, pretty cool. I may fail spectacularly very early on, like when our first siege hits and I'm just not ready because it takes forever to build floors and walls. But I'm hoping my dwarves will get better at it as they go. And yeah, if you want a dwarf named after you, and you want your dwarf to have a specific job, let me know down in the comments below. Have you tried anything like this in a game that you're playing for Dwarf Fortress? I'm curious, like, is there any strategy I need to be aware of when playing in a big tower? I'm really curious. Please let me know. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.